Sure94 here. We are here with another WCW Monday Nitro, week 2 of August 2002. Just want to say thank you to everybody who made last week's episode as big as it was. We had a great view count, great amount of likes. Very much appreciated as we are now on the road to Clash of Champions. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this one just as much as you did last week. As usual, let's try to keep crushing that like goal. And in 2 weeks, or about 2.5 weeks, you will see MLB The Show 23 coming your way here on YouTube. So look forward to that as well. That'll be coming probably the 23rd, 24th time of the month, but just giving you a heads up on that. But let's get into the Nitro show here. And we're doing our first show in our save in Canada. And this is our first time being out of the US for a show, so we'll see how this goes. I'm a little nervous about some of these segment ratings, so let's hope for the best. We get a recap to open the show of last week's Nitro, where we found out Mike Awesome and Abyss will be facing off against each other at Clash of Champions. And then we had 2 matches booked last week, which we'll see Jeff Jarrett versus Dustin Rhodes here tonight. And then in our main event of the evening, we'll see Kevin Nash versus Sting. All the storylines obviously have advanced because of this segment. 72 to start the show. Let's hope we keep that momentum going because we're definitely going to need a good segment rating for this show pretty much the whole time. So we'll see what happens here. In our first segment of the show, Mike Awesome comes down to the ring and cuts a promo on Abyss and James Mitchell, saying that he is up for the challenge to face the WCW champion. And even though he knows he can't win the WCW championship on Sunday, he is going to prove that the United States championship is equal and if not better than the WCW championship. Both storylines have advanced and gained heat. 71 segment on the promo. He gets interrupted by James Mitchell, who says that Awesome has no idea what he's stepping in the ring against when he faces Abyss, and that tonight he's going to face off against Vampiro, one of his disciples of the Nightbreed, in a one-on-one match right now to see if he's even worthy of facing the monster Abyss at Clash of Champions. Mike Awesome gladly accepts the match, and we have a singles bout to start the show. Mitchell did great, both storylines advanced, and we have a 62 segment rating. And Vampiro gets a singles match against the US champion, which I'm hoping does really well here, considering he is technically from Canada, so it's cool that we have a lot of Canadian superstars on the show since we are in that region. Okay, in a good match, Mike Awesome defeats Vampiro in 9:57 by pinfall with an awesome bomb. This was for the US title. Mike Awesome makes defense number 2. Vampiro's a 61, Mike Awesome's a 73. Both storylines have advanced. Mike Awesome benefited from having a hot new move, and the match got the crowd hotter. 68 rating. No complaints here. I'm very happy with this. This is pretty much where we're going. Vampiro eventually is going to be on his own down the road, but we'll see how that goes when we get there. Obviously, it didn't work out well the first time he was in WCW, and Mike Awesome is on the top of his game right now, getting a big victory and retaining the US Championship. And a good segment, 68. Would love to see 70s there, but we'll take it. Post-match, Abyss and the Nightbreed hit the ring and attack Awesome in a 3-on-1 assault. 64 rating on that segment. But Mike Awesome's got backup as America's Most Wanted hits the ring and causes the Nightbreed and Abyss to bail from the ring. And, oh wow, high segment rating on that. Okay, we'll take that. Good stuff. America's Most Wanted here is getting featured very well just to start out here. And I know that's kind of weird that they're already featured in like a main event little situation here, but this is their way of getting their popularity up and to show that they're kind of a big deal. And they're not really hurting anybody in that process. So 74 rating on the save for Mike Awesome. And then Mike Awesome challenges the Nightbreed and Abyss to a 6-man tag next week in the main event of WCW Monday Nitro. So we have a big 6-man tag booked for next week. So we're going to pre-book this 6-man tag. So we're going to do Mike Awesome, Chris Harris, James Storm versus Abyss, Empire Warrior, and Vampiro. Good stuff here. That should be hopefully a good main event for next week, I hope. And we'll move forward with that. 68 rating on both storylines have advanced. The opening of this show and pretty much the first few segments kind of hyped up the main event for Clash of the Champions. So definitely good stuff, and nothing was below a 68, I believe. So no complaints here. Okay. In a decent match, in a major upset, Zero Cool defeats Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow 8-13 when Sean O'Haire pins Bam Bam Bigelow with a reverse DVD. Scott Taylor 52, Sean O'Haire 46, Bam Bam a 47, Shane Douglas a 60. Shane and Bam Bam storylines advanced but lost heat, and Sean O'Haire and Scott Taylor show excellent chemistry, and the announcing quality lifted the match. 55 rating, a little bit lower than I wanted it to be, but I'll take it. This is slowly going to build the Shane Douglas going solo, as we are going to be letting Bam Bam Bigelow kind of leave the company very shortly, because he's at the point now where he is at that retirement age, and it's time. And him and Shane did their jobs in the right way here, making our tag team division survive at the beginning. But I think we're at the point now where we can move on. And Zero Cool gets a big win, which is great because they're going to be needed definitely down the line in both capacities as tag and singles. So good stuff out of all the guys here. Wish the segment rating was a little bit higher, but a 55 is not the end of the world. Post-match, Shane Douglas looks annoyed at Bam Bam Bigelow after the loss. Like I said, we're planting seeds for Shane Douglas to eventually go solo here. 62 segment on that, so not bad. Not bad. We get a backstage promo from Chris Kanyon. Oh, great segment. Okay, Chris Kanyon cuts a promo saying that he's going to be watching Sting face off against Kevin Nash tonight, and he's hoping that Kevin Nash can beat down Sting enough to make it so Sting can't last the 30 minutes in that Iron Man match at Clash of Champions, so he can embarrass the so-called icon one last time. 73 on the promo, and storyline, for whatever reason, says it started, but it's been going on this whole time, so good stuff here. Okay, in a decent match, Mark Jindrak defeats Frankie Kazarian 741 by pinfall with the mark of excellence. Mark Jindrak a 50, Kazarian a 56. TV title strong has advanced, and the announcing choir lifted the match. Again, another 55 rating. That's fine. If that's going to be the lowest we get, that's okay. I was hoping for these guys to do a little better, as Jindrak is our TV champion, but he's just not clicking on all cylinders right now. But that, we'll get there. Let's hope that we can get him on track here. And Kazarian did a great job here, 56. Again, he's slowly moving down the card because we're trying to position him in the right spot going forward. Post-match, Heyman announces 3 qualifying matches. The first one's going to be tonight and 2 next week, and they are as follow. Lance Storm will face Kidman, Berlyn will face Kaz Hayashi, and Jamie Noble will face Tommy Dreamer. And the winners of those 3 matches will face off against Mark Jindrak for the television championship in a fatal 4-way at Clash of Champions. So this is, our mid to low mid card guys here, trying to give everybody a something to work for to the best of my ability here. I'm hoping that these guys can show out here a little bit and really kind of put this in a good spot for the TV title, as it's obviously the TV title is kind of taking a back seat, but we need to get it into a spot where it's featured a little bit more. So that's on me, and I'll fix that as we go forward. 52 on the segment just because these are lower mid-card guys. We get a backstage promo from the Steiner brothers. Well, we tried to, but the militia, Ray Gonzalez and Super Crazy, attacked them from behind with chairs, leaving the Steiner brothers laying, as they have very much proven that they're going to get their rematch for the tag team titles at Clash of Champions. Even without Guido here right now, as he is on what he likes to call a retreat after losing his U.S. championship, and we're seeing if the militia can hold its own without their leader being present, and seeing if they can win back the titles to get the militia back on course here. But obviously attacking the Steiner brothers is not going to go well going forward, so we'll see what Steiner brothers have in store for them going forward for the Clash of Champions pay-per-view. Both storylines have advanced and gained heat, and 73 on the segment. We get a recap of Dustin and Jeff Jarrett and how we've gotten to the singles match. And tonight, remember, Dusty Rhodes and BG James are both banned from ringside, as this is a singles match with no interference. Storyline has advanced, 67 rating. Remember, Jeff Jarrett snuck out a cheap win at Bash at the Beach, so this is a continuation of that. In a good match, Dustin Rhodes defeats Jeff Jarrett in 13:29 by pinfall with a bulldog. Jeff Jarrett is 71, Dusty Rhodes is 62, or Dustin Rhodes. Match got the crowd hotter, and storylines advanced 68 segment rating. We are heading towards a blow-off match with these two at Clash of Champions. You'll see that coming shortly, if not this show, what it's going to be. But we are going to do one final match and get this feud over with so both guys can move on. 68 rating on the match, though. We get a graphic that says former WCW Mysterio's got going on. See where his head's at now that he is no longer the champion and he is no longer getting rematched. So we'll see where Ray's at and see what he's gonna bring next week. All right, and in our first qualifying match for the TV Championship, Ken Shamrock got involved and caused Kaz Hayashi to get the loss. Both guys don't click between Shamrock and Kaz Hayashi. We'll see kind of what we go with that, but just trying to find some new stuff for most of the guys to do something fresh and click, so. We get a backstage promo from Rob Van Dam talking about Booker T and that at Clash of Champions, this feud between him and as this has gone on for too long. It's over something stupid that Booker T just thinks he's, you know, the top dog here in World Championship Wrestling and he can't handle another guy coming up and stepping up to him. 69 promo there from RVD. And in a decent match, Rob Van Dam defeats Chavo Guerrero Jr. in 10:27 by a pinfall. RVD in 82, Chavo a 40, 68 overall on the match. Little disappointed with this match. I wish Chavo was going to have a better in-ring performance, but overall, no complaints here. Good win for RVD. Post-match, Booker T comes out to the stage and says that the match at Clash of Champions, the winner between him and Rob Van Dam will be the one who gets the title shot at Fall Brawl against the WCW champion Abyss. RVD obviously is cool with that, and that's how we're going to kind of end their feud and move forward into the next WCW Championship feud. 70 overall segment there. Storyline lost a little heat, but that's okay. In our main event, in about the head, fantastic heat and good wrestling. Kevin Nash defeats Sting in 11:47 by pinfall with a jackknife powerbomb after interference from Chris Kanyon. Sting is 73, Nash is 70. Storyline has advanced, and Kevin Nash is getting better at his gimmick. 73 overall on the segment. Very shocked with this match on how well this went. No complaints at all. I'll take a 73 main event. And Chris Kanyon and Sting keep pushing towards their match that's going to be happening at Clash of Champions. Let's see what we get for an overall rating. I'm assuming it's going to be around 70, if not a little bit lower, but let's hope not. 72. Okay, we lost popularity in 11 regions. We gained in 6. I'm assuming we gained in all the Canada regions would be my assumption. And we took a risk with this show doing it in Canada, so, you know, we tried. But now we know that we can do it and it's not going to affect our show too much, so that's good. Overall, just want to say thank you to everybody who's come through the show and making sure we're liking and, you know, really pushing this series to keep going. Hopefully I'll see you guys when we start doing the baseball one as well, even though you might not be a baseball fan. But overall, next Sunday you'll see another WCW Monday Nitro, and then we got Clash of Champions coming the week after. So 2 big shows coming your way, and you don't want to miss either one.